Hey guys, how's it going? Jake from Sharp Knife Shop. Today we're going to be looking at the Kato-san Tsuchime Santoku. This guy is 165 millimeters, which is 6.5 inches, which is your standard size for a Santoku knife. The total length on this guy is 310 millimeters, and Tsuchime in the name refers to the hammered pattern on the side of the knife. This is a beautiful pattern, mostly aesthetic, but it also does help with food release if you're cutting something that tall that will make it past the bevels, which is awesome. While we're up here, we have a lovely rosewood handle with a black packawood collar and an octagonal shape on the handle. So it's great to, your fingers wrap right around it, really locks into place. The height on this blade, we got 47. So this is high enough to do any of your prep jobs, and you can get a nice rocking motion with it. There's the profile right there. Really nice high bevels on this knife too, so it's going to take a really nice sharp edge, and you're not going to have to thin it out for a very, very long time. The Rockwell hardness on this knife is 62 to 64, so pretty hard, and it's made out of SG2 steel. SG2 steel is a powdered steel, so it's got a consistent grain, very high carbon content, and also a very high chromium content, so it's going to be stainless. And you're still going to get all of the benefits of the hardness from the carbon. So it's gonna benefit from going up to a higher grit on your stone. It's going to take those polishing stones a lot better. It's going to hold that edge for a very, very long time. The only trade-off with steel like this is that it's going to be a little bit tougher to sharpen. It's just going to take a little bit longer on the stones. So the width of the spline on this knife is 2 millimeters. So for a knife this long, it's plenty stiff. It still feels solid in your hand, but it's very, very light at 132 grams. Santokus are a great knife for both home cooks and professionals. A lot of home cooks I know love their Santoku as their buy one do it all knife. It's not as big as the standard 210 Gyuto, which would come out to about here, which is the 8-inch chef's knife, and it's not quite as small as like 150 millimeter or 120 millimeter petty. So it's kind of in between. If you're going to buy one knife, or if just the 8-inch is just a little bit too much for you, you can get away with some butchering. You can slice up all your veggies. Still rock, you can push and pull cut with it. It's great for stuff like that. For the professional, I got my Santoku, and it was actually one of the first Japanese knives I ever bought. I bought that and Nakiri at the same time, and I absolutely loved that thing. I was doing mainly veg prep at the time in the restaurant I was in, and I flew through everything like that. So great knives, great knife shape to own for everyone. So one more time, this is the Kato-san Tsuchime Santoku in 165 millimeters. Have a great day.